Howdy, Legendary Void here, and today we have an interview with a man who needs absolutely no introduction, the champion of Origins 2019, Steffon Pinckney. How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Khalid?
I am doing great. I just gotta ask you a couple of questions about your experience at Origins. Um, just the first question: how did you prepare for it?
To be honest with you, solitaire. I did a lot of solitaire at home. I wasn't able to get a chance to, besides case tournaments, that's honestly the only time I'm able to really test. Otherwise, I do a lot of solitaire games at home. I get in some games with my local store friends, Sum 41, shout out to them. But now, not necessarily knocking them, but like their decks aren't necessarily the most like relevant competitive decks that I'd be playing, versus in a tournament.
Oh
So
yeah.
from my side, I just at least get my attack orders together and make sure I play my cards correctly, just to get a feel for my deck. But other than that, yeah, like I said, case tournaments are really the only practice that I'm getting right now. And I'm hoping with the game growing that we'll get more people for local tournaments and things like that. Get a more diverse and relevant meta. So yeah.
So I watched your video early today, the 1 hour one.
Yeah, yeah,
And I know you played Sentinels before you
right,
finally settled on Optimus Prime, Flame War, and Hot Rod.
right.
Did you have any other decks you were considering before you decided on that?
Cars, but I know cars is a little complex to play. It's not just like ABC, like the bug deck, and that was honestly the only other deck I would consider for the top 32 anyway. Are you talking about the preliminary events or going into top 32?
Top 32.
Yeah, yeah, top 32. Like area bots definitely was out. I didn't want to deal with cornered and photon bombs, and I just think that wasn't a strong deck going in, and definitely not Sentinels because just you might how do I want to say this? You might escape one bug deck and beat one, but it's very rare to continuously just beat that deck consistently throughout top. And I played two, so I can see myself possibly getting through the one in top 16, but not necessarily the one in top four if I were to play Sentinels. So I think the 3 white Optimus deck was just very under the radar and wasn't expected. And sure enough, like 7 of the 32 decks were the 3 white Optimus deck. So it's just a deck that I haven't played in a while, and I just felt like it was a good choice going in because they had a good Insecticon matchup, and that's the biggest thing I wanted was a comfortable Insecticon matchup because, of course, that deck's ridiculous. So,
Oh yeah. I hear you mentioning Photon Bomb a lot. Was that pretty common among the sideboards?
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. The synopsis of it is dealing 10 damage theoretically across the board. 2 on each area bot
Oh yeah.
is 10 damage total inevitably on Superion when he comes out. So let's picture his health being 39 down to 29. And then if you get another photon bomb down to 19, and then you got to also minus the damage that you're actually doing on the small bots throughout the game. So when Superion finally comes out, he doesn't have that much health, and it should be easier to KO him, even if he is fully suited up with an armor, security console or whatever.
Yeah.
So
This was just something I was thinking about earlier. I was actually looking at Cornered. It flips a
yeah,
character from bot mode to alt mode. Do you think that card should see more play since there's a lot of aerial bots?
it did. It did throughout the entire weekend. But I think especially the Optimus Prime deck that sided into Nemesis, it didn't really need it as much as Photon Bomb's good, and because Optimus could also get back cornered as well, but Photon Bomb is just more devastating.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've heard of a couple of players throughout the weekend. I think even like Dan, when Dan played aerial bots in Friday's event that he got top 8 with, he got cornered like 5 times in one game and still won. So I feel like if he got Photon Bomb, an amount of times in that game, he definitely would have had a tougher time. But
Hmm.
cornered is good, but I think only in certain decks decks that don't need its action as much in order to like boost attack. Like so, say like Insecticons. Insecticons can use it well because Kickback doesn't really need supercharge or reckless charge. Playing cornered
Yeah.
and then erratic lighting or cornered and then like grenade launcher is enough for Kickback to get to a ridiculous attack.
Oh yeah.
And so but I do like the card. It is just mainly for that deck for an area bots.
Yeah.
You could use it against Insecticon and flip their Scrapnel. Yes, they can kill one of their bots and tap one of your guys, but depending on the situation, they usually don't do that. So,
Oh yeah. Also, with your Flame War Optimus and Hot Rod deck, do you have a
right.
name for that, or is it just like 3 white Optimus?
That's honestly something to ask Scott Landis. It's his deck. It's the deck that transformed from double prime to the 3-wide Optimus deck from wave one leading into the end of wave one. It played Battlefield Legend and the 7-star Optimus from the starter deck in Flame War, and then it just evolved into Hot Rod because he was the better deck. So I guess you just call it 3-wide Optimus. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
I have a friend that calls it Rodimus Prime, like Hot Rod.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so.
Was there any last minute changes you made to the deck before you went into top 32?
No, I kind of had my mind set on how I wanted to play it. I honestly forgot Photon Bomb. The Enforcement Batons was fine for like the mirror match, but the Force Field should have at least been one Photon Bomb, because even with just the one, I can just recur it back with Optimus if I flip it, throughout my battles.
Oh, yeah.
But that's like the only card I wish I would have changed. I think the grenade launchers were a good idea, and yeah, that's pretty much how I liked everything. As the only other thing I wish I would have did was main deck 3 heavy-handeds over the 3 leap into battles, because they were essentially the same thing.
Okay.
And that's something I noticed. I looked at the top 8 deck list from today that was posted by the Transformers website, and Dan Arnold did that. He played 3 heavy-handed, 3 the bigger they are.
Oh, yeah.
Over, playing leap into battle. And I wish I thought about doing it, but it was too late. But it still worked out, how it should. So.
Yeah, I mean, you won, so of course.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in general, like playing them, like it. How do I say it? Like it didn't really matter as much. Like I wish this was heavy-handed. In game one,
yeah.
Because then when I needed it, I decided it in and took out the leap into battles for game 2. But yeah.
Okay, so I think you said you didn't get to play on Thursday. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just went up Friday. I just naturally just knew I would only play 3 events. I did kind of was my choice to just play the 3 events. I was pretty confident that I'd make it at least one of them, and I guess you could say it was a bit too confident because I was stressed by the end of the weekend.
Oh yeah.
By the end of Saturday, being in that 3rd event, and like, wow, I just really the 6-hour drive home would have been horrible if I didn't at least top 32.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you went on Friday, what did you expect to see a lot of?
To be honest with you, I walked in blind. I wanted to, I played Sentinels for the first one just to see how it did, and of course I got 9th, unfortunately. But the main deck, I take that back. The main deck, I definitely decided or knew I would see the bugs.
Oh yeah.
It's like the easiest deck to play. It's the most powerful deck to play. There are a couple things that you need to do that are kind of technical, like flipping kickback in the barrage kind of early, so they can be in their strongest mode when they're ready to attack.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there are a couple of technical moves with the deck, but other than that, I knew bugs would just be the most represented. I'm pretty sure. I'm willing to bet anything that it was the most represented deck total throughout the entire weekend. So.
Did you play against any decks that surprised you when you first saw them pull them out?
Yeah. The Optimus Nova Star deck, I honestly thought was a joke. Not gonna lie, I played that.
Yeah, I heard that a whole bunch of people from Colorado were playing that, and I just kind of laughed to myself for a second,
Yup. But what happened was honestly just start your engines. I didn't even think about. It's kind of like the Nova Star's kind of like your Fireflight. Keep tapping and untapping him, untapping him with your start your engines, and like the first turn is pretty strong. You flip Optimus and attack with Nova Star Nova Star pretty much stays in alt mode the entire game almost. Mm-hmm. And you flip Optimus and attack with Nova Star. They have to attack Nova Star. If you either have start your engines in your hand or it's in your scrap pile, Optimus flips back, gets back to start your engines. You play it again on Nova Star, untap her, and then do the same thing, attack.
Because they got
setting up Optimus. So it was actually pretty smart. And I messed up. I wanted the dice roll playing Sentinels, and I let him go first. I would get 2 attacks. But it wasn't that simple. And I ended up losing game 1. I won game 2. I went first, and then game 3, it was the same deal as game 1. So, yeah.
Nova Star has 3 defense in the alt mode, right?
Yeah, really strong. So you
that's
put armor
rough.
on her too. She's actually surviving a lot. And
she got 14 health. Is it
13?
Oh, it's 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how often did you actually use your sideboard?
Pretty often. Like every orange mirror. When I say orange mirror, I mean not necessarily Sentinel mirrors, but any orange, versus orange matchup, I would side the force fields in, or I'd take it back on main deck too, and side deck the extra force field. What else would I side deck? I played against a couple of area bots, and use my corners or whatever.
Yeah.
So pretty often, it definitely helps. Just an extension of your deck, and take out cards that don't necessarily matter in certain matchups. And like against the Optimus decks, I would kind of take out some of my espionages. I wouldn't focus so much on hand control because Optimus could just get back whatever you steal.
Yeah.
Outside of upgrades, but
So you said you went into the event blind. So was there any like particular method you used to figure out how many, not how many, but what you used in your sideboard?
Not really. It was kind of on the fly, and based off of the things I saw, I paid very big attention to detail in my opponent's scrap pile and the cards they play, because everybody has their own style and certain things they like the main deck and things like that. So I paid attention to detail to that, and then use that accordingly in terms of when I my side deck.
Okay. And how would you describe the experience as a whole?
It was good. It was good, and I'm not even saying just necessarily because I won. I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
But but it's a great feeling. I definitely came in just at that point at the end of Saturday. I came in settling for top 16 to at least get the invite, so I didn't have to. If I didn't want to go to GenCon, I didn't have to, because I still needed that invite to play an invitational this December in Philly. Yeah. But yeah, overall the weekend was it was stressful. In the first 2 days, and kind of got a little sleep going into top 32, but just came in there and just took it one game at a time, and that's all she wrote.
So do you have any like suggestions to pastimes or transformers, what they could do better for the next event, which I believe is Gen Con?
More judge staff, more knowledge on some of the rules. Not knocking him, it was his first event. He covered the entire event by himself, the head judge, so he did good overall, but just definitely more judges, more knowledgeable with the rules. And I wasn't necessarily in agreement. I saw some players get game losses. Like, as soon as the round was called to start, if the player wasn't at the table, they would get a game loss. Like, and I think they should at least get 2 minutes to get there. Like, what if they were in the bathroom and they just didn't hear it? You can't control that. So yeah, just little things like that. And this overall, I think honestly, their event did run smoothly. But if I had to think of something, it would be that. But overall, it was pretty solid for a first Transformers event. So. Oh, and live coverage. I would love to see some live coverage.
Yes, absolutely.
For the Transformers channel, I know everybody. I'm kind of dropping the ball here. I got somehow my file got corrupted for the finals match. I was able to record it, and
I hope you get that fixed, man.
Looking for the file, and I'm like, what happened to it? What'd you say?
I hope you get it fixed. I would love to see that game.
I'm looking at YouTube videos, but they're all old, and it seems like these links that work to downloading like repair software are all like broken or whatever. So I don't know if I can figure it out too. But if not, maybe me and Dan, we can get together and just play another match, just a mirror match, so you can see how it goes.
Yeah.
Like kind of like their Hot Shots video, how him and Mark play. So similar to that. Or maybe they will do one here soon anyway, because I think it's relevant going into next format. I call it next format, it's not really a format, but going into Wave 3, because I think the deck gets stronger. Just like how Bugs got stronger going into Wave 2, I think the Optimus 3-wide deck is stronger going into Wave 3, because now you can play General Optimus Prime, and over Nemesis in the side deck.
Oh, yeah.
And side of Star Card, too.
So, and here's our last question for you.
Yeah, sure.
With Wave 3 coming out in the next couple of weeks, is there any particular decks you're looking forward to a lot?
Yeah, Shockwave and Firecons. The first two. Shockwave, Firecons, and Wheeljack, Lionizer, and Prowl. Wave 1 Prowl.
Ooh.
I think it's very strong because turn 1 you can...
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think Wreck and Rule mentioned it too when they did the preview for Lionizer, but that's something I was thinking of myself when I saw him. I'm thinking, well, him with Wheeljack sounds ridiculous. So that's 9 and 7 stars is 16. And then I figured you play Prowl, that's 22. And you still have 3 star cards you can play. So
3 mounted missiles or something? I don't know.
Exactly. Yup.
Oh
right
my
off the top.
gosh.
So, and Peace of Tyranny gets really strong with that because
man.
Lionizer. Huh?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds really good. The thing is, the play in my head is to Peace of Tyranny, your Lionizer, equipped it to Wheeljack, and then flip Wheeljack and attack with Bull 7, which is nuts. And he probably should KO no matter who he attacks, and then next turn, you play your Peace turn, start your engines, flip him to alt mode, untap him, and then flip him back, play an upgrade or whatever, and then attack with him again. So
yeah.
It sounds good, so that's one of the decks I definitely want to start with. And it has a good opening move. You flip the Prowl turn 1 and attack with Lionizer because he's already in bot mode, mode 4. And then next turn you could start your engines, flip the Prowl back, give everything mold 2, and possibly flip Wheeljack and attack with Wheeljack, whatever. But yeah, it sounds good. So
Do you think
Those are definitely
there'll
the first three decks I want to play.
Do you think there will be like a sort of like not Battlemaster deck with Optimus Prime where he kind of just cycles quartermasters onto him?
That's an option. That's an option. I have to look at the other ones again and see which one he would use, but that's definitely an option. I can see that. Kind of like another just 3 wide deck, not necessarily blue heavy, but more orange slanted. So
Guess you could run like I don't know what is it Lionizer with him and then maybe
yeah,
RC or
yeah, you
something.
could.
You know
Yep.
that
Oh, I'd
sounds
say
pretty
another
crazy.
deck I would like to play is blue cards. I saw a lot of support for cards, but their effects trigger like with blue, like Chromia or RC, whichever one it was. Like I think when she defends, if you flip 2 blues, which usually always happens, you draw 2 cards.
I think that's Chromia.
Oh, is it Chromia? Okay.
I think that's
And then like
Chromia.
you could start you could untap her with like an untap effect and then attack with her again. And then they have to attack her, and you can get more value and draw 2 more cards. These are free cards that you get, So
Oh yeah.
it sounds good. So we'll see. It'll be an iteration, kind of like when David Tank played on Thursday. It was like more blue slanted, but it still had like grenade launchers and some orange cards. So sounds good. So those are like the first 4 decks I'd like to play. Well, 5 decks if you include the Optimus deck. But,
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much all the questions I had for you. Thank you for coming on.
okay, I appreciate you having me, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope your Transformer career continues to be successful. Maybe if you go to Gen Con, you can win there too.
Hey, that'd be sick.
That would be
really
absolutely
sick.
insane.
Yeah, I definitely would like to go, and I'm definitely gunning. So we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you so much, man.
Hey, no problem, Khalid, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good evening, man.
You too.